There. It's my fan art of Frank. Made like 5-something years ago, I was just a weirdo in Tracky Dacks, but now I'm a weirdo in Tracky Dacks who sometimes gets recognized at the Macca's drive-thru. That is a huge level up, and it still freaks me out a little bit. And to get my own fan art with like the weird idiosyncrasies of crap that doesn't make any sense, except for in this channel, land waste, all of this. Oh, my puxa. And it's been a real pick-me-up, just 'cause, the internet's not very nice at the moment. And that's the thing, like, how do we share this fun fan art? Well, mate, I made my own website. It's not quite done, the Frank game isn't fully working, but there's still heaps to do there. There's the headphone cave, right? Hey, you can see, like, all the recordings and compare them against whatnot. Everything's so viciously monetized nowadays, I can't complain about it, but then not do something, where it's free, no logins, and there's a fan art section, and it's huge. It is absolutely massive. So I can only pick like a handful of them, and it's still like a 20-minute video. So I'm sorry if I didn't look at yours directly, but they are available for smelling all up right now. But let's head to the gallery. Come on, shh, follow me, and let's be orderly. Stop yelling. Yes, welcome to the Dank Art Gallery. I'm so chuffed to be showing your wonderful art creations, which is strange to be seeing it be made about a thing that I've created, which has to be valueless. But it's like kicking off really hard, like, it's Dick Smith's, but it's me. Frank the Snake, not for sale. No, you can't have. And Shrek Pod. It's expertly crafted lies, one of a kind, technically. And wait, no, not for sale. No. I think this came back in like 2021. Someone sent me this one. It looks incredible. All the details are perfect. Frank, get away from my ass coffee. This one is stunning. If Calvin and Hobbes was me and Frank, how did you get this playful look in Frank's face? And I'm glad she's not this big. I mean, I'm quite short, actually. People have mentioned when they met me in person. Oh, I'm just noticing the one grit over here. It's so, I can't get enough of Frank's face. It's perfect. Gosh, I'd have that tattooed on me. It's Frank in color pencil. Is it inside of an Internet Explorer window? This is gorgeous. I mean, this comes from my drum stuff, because like that's where Frank Cam is, and she lives in an Internet Explorer window in Windows XP. I love this detail here, her chunky bud getting pushed out the side of her box, because there's an opening here, otherwise I can't remove the noodle. I made that big mistake. And there's normally a cloth here, but then Frank decided to poo through it, and so no more cloth for Frank. I love Frank's snoot and color pencil. Frank's complicated. This is really good. Oh, what's this art style called? Like, is it pixel art? It's pixel art, isn't it? This looks great. This looks so good. Twinkly gradients and the green. Nailed the green. See, look, 2021. A lot of these are actually quite ancient. But yes, stand back. I'm arming the nugget. And there's Tony, hero of my car channel garbage time. Those band-aids at the front really are doing work. It is completely rusted and rotted there. We ran him on kerosene, More Tony art, and it's Franklin the Snakelin. That's exactly what I would have said. Frank behind the wheel of a car. I wouldn't want Frank behind the wheel of her own bathtub. Like, she can't be trusted with anything. And what's this small detail? You drew this with a mouse. Well, you know what? Actually, now that I look closer at these wheel arches and these wheels, I can certainly believe it. Oi, how'd you get Frank's smoothie head boops then? Huh? Oh, now this one has had some serious effort put into it. Although, what's M and what's P? Menu and play? I guess. Craig, off-center, good. Wow, look at the bezel-less design. Craig's really ahead of the game with the MP3 players, especially with the right arrow here, just doing a gone here, just gonna become part of the chassis, I guess. But there is a big fat light going on here. Watch out, I'm arming the Nug, and the Nug is clearly armed through its slightly off-center spot here. Right? Why would you lie like that? It's clearly already armed. That is dangerous. You wouldn't last a minute in this industry. You wouldn't last a day! Dude, I'm sorry, it says painted on canvas? It says like Renaissance Frank? Oh, my only difference, Frank would be licking your finger and then immediately recoiling when you're not a big succulent rat. This is gorgeous though. This is amazing. This might be my new phone wallpaper, if I cared about my phone wallpaper. Oh mate, it's an alternative universe where the MP3 player's one gridding me. That iPad is suspiciously clean, although it is a new iPad case, so I mean, I guess it's got that going for me. Mate, they nailed my square bod. Look at that, huh? Square shoulders and bum. Alright, never mind that Pokemon Blue was like one of the most like brain-shatteringly amazing game experiences of like my childhood. And I actually replayed it last year with only a Charizard and it was super fun. See ridiculous creations of my crap fighting in a Pokemon Blue arena. The one grit would smash the duck. How'd the duck get to level 30? How did it do it? I love a little tank bit here. That's so good though. No way. The duck couldn't win anything. This Frank playing a symbol. I didn't know how you could draw a snake to have confident charisma in its face. And I love this stick technique. That is exactly how I'd imagine Frank would hold a stick. And then I'd have to wash it afterwards because Frank would be gripping it with her bum. Yeah, Frank have eyebrows. That's it. It's because of the eyebrows. Snakes don't have eyebrows, but now I wish they did. Whoa, look at this shiny render here. Whoa, this looks so good. I love the one grid instead of the Apple logo. I mean, it's just a slab of driveway concrete from a bad rental house I was lucky to escape. 1 terabyte, you betcha. Serial number, Nugget. Yes, you betcha. Frank stinks. Bonus points for just speaking the truth. Oh, mate, this is back when I hit the 1 mil and someone done drew me as Big Les. I'm cool with that. What? That's a real CRT. Hey, is this someone's ZX Spectrum or something? And then someone's put the goober up onto their ZX Spectrum. You are running with Nutella. All right, this is because in a garbage time video, I might have replaced my goober's oil with Nutella, and it lasted less than 30 seconds before jamming up completely solid, and I mean completely solid. Then James picked all the Nutella out, and to this day, and I mean it, it still starts and runs fine. I love that there's like a 5¼ inch floppy out there with the goober on it. That's so special.
You are running with Nutella.
I've always kind of wondered what like a race car inspired by my crap would look like. And I'm just so glad that it's just gratuitously green. Glad we're advertising One Grit and Maraca Crackers there. Who else is here? Oh, the Shrek Pods here. Disney Plus, they stink. Oh, Spotify, that music platform that doesn't pay anybody. Bookshelf's getting a shout out, that's good. Replace the Coca-Cola with Nutella. Yes. This is about as few pixels as you can depict Frank with. Although actually, Frank's quite thin after her head. She's got a big spearhead of a head, and then she like really thins out before getting chunk again. So I mean, technically, you could draw Frank with less pixels, but I like this the way it is. It's the most low detail Frank I've ever seen where you can tell that it's Frank. Oh, now this is just straight from a documentary about Frank. I pooed. That's what Frank does. I mean, it's rare. She's gone 5 months without pooing once, but when it happens, boy, she bombs out the entire house. James has come over to visit and can vouch for me that the stink is something else. I mean, even after cleaning, gosh, it's advanced. It's an advanced poo smell. Whoa, someone's made a humongous commitment for this. This is always a really big piece of paper. Who gets paper like this? You've sacrificed this big piece of paper just so you can draw the Shrek pod and a Gears iPod. Oh gosh, that's going back donkeys. Oh no, what happened to Gears hard drive? Oh no, I haven't seen it in a long time. Oh, well, I'm going to stop. It's like, look, the EPC. I mean, we're lacking real estate up here, but I guess that's room for expansion. You can grow into this area because, as I said, this is a big investment on a piece of paper this big. And looks like Dad's tripped on it, I think. Who put Tony in orbit? Who managed that? I can't get Tony to the shops. Right, how'd you get Tony in orbit with this dingleberry stuff hanging off of it? Not only that, you got him Mars. That's amazing. What are your secrets? Like, seriously, oh, all right, hey, how you gonna get Tony back again? That's the real trick. You can get Tony places, but how do you get Tony back again? So, yeah, well done getting to Mars. Good luck getting back from Mars, because you brought a Tony. Nice, we got bracelets, iPad, One Grits, and DankPods. That's nice. With the green in there? Yeah, nice. I dig it. And I like these scissors too. I don't know, they're the right amount of stumpy. And green. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to see fan art about my trade van. which is the worst van that I could find. I literally found it in an alleyway in between kind of dodgy used car dealers. And the best bit was it wasn't for sale. I said, I want your van. They said, well, we're not selling it. And I'm like, well, why not? And they're like, well, we need it for carrying dumpy parts around. And I'm like, well, I need it for carrying dumpy parts around. I said, name your price. They put an offer down and I just grabbed it. And it's been a slight burden on me ever since. Good old donkey van. And so yeah, so special to see Fanart clearly made in MS Paint. Bonk, van is immune to chair. You betcha it is. And van is immune to broom. It is. Oh, the one grit and the duck's hanging out too. Who let you guys out? Do you guys do stuff while I'm not around? Tony stinks, see? We're in garbage land, hey? Where Tony's the heel, not Frank. Someone put a fez on their Frank. That's a fez, Frank. It looks good. Gosh, I wish I made a fez Frank now. I'm gonna have to give Frank a fez. I have started a hat series on my memberships and Flowplane, and $1 memberships. Oh, it's the official Tiger DankPods electronic handheld game set, which, okay, both controls are just nugget. You just nugget, and that's it. Okay, good. Off, that's the one I'd want to hit. I like how I don't know what the premise of the game could be, which is true of all Tiger Electronics things, actually. You can move left and right while you're double nuggeting. And, I'm sorry, color screen? Color screen how? Or do you literally just have, like, a picture of, like, a JPEG and you just press nugget to it? That would actually be very realistic of my channel. Okay, casually, that's Frank being a fan belt for Tony. And you know it's Tony because they made sure to write made in Poland on it. Nice touch. I like it. Frank would make a bad fan belt. Frank makes a bad belt. She's done it to me a few times, but Frank's incompetence knows no bounds, and as soon as she's realized that there are no rats anywhere, she would lose interest and wander away. But I do enjoy this image of Frank being useful with Tony, my double useless pair of inanimate objects. Beautiful art, I love it. That's Frank in a pair of Herdo 600s. That's Frank in a pair of Herdo 600s. In this beautiful kind of smoothed out art style. I want to see that as street art. On the side of a building or something. Like just Frank. And like that's awesome. Now I put this one in for two reasons. Number one is the Shrek face. What is that, ceramic or something? I don't know. But then also the fact that there's ears on the outside. Well, there's also ears here. It's like this has been cropped incredibly widescreen where the ears would protrude. They have been added on in post as extras. There are 4 ears on the Shrek Pod Pro Max. Also, bonus points for the transparent layer in the background not being transparent. Bravo, meme lord. That's Tony on a highway. And that's very realistic when you drive on modern highways. You just got a truck following you like 2 feet behind you. Does someone take like a photo and like upload it in or something? That's Tony. That's amazing. Look, you can see the suspension components being like the thickness of twigs, which is also canon to Tony. What, this is when you redo like an iPod and like you say like, welcome to your new iPod. Welcome to your DankPod. That's so good. Man, this freaking Bluetooth speaker that came free with a phone plan, but it wasn't free. What they said was, oh, pick one out. It's part of your plan. Oh, is it included? Oh, yeah, no, it's just part of it. And then when I got home and read the receipt, they full on charged me for it. And it's just this cromulent speaker with a sexy voice hiding inside of it. Now it's become this character alongside a piece of driveway concrete and like, couldn't ask for anything more. Look at this gradient up here. You seeing this gradient? That's a gradient. Nuggets? Mate, we got them all here. What is that actually? What? So it's got like a D-pad and buttons but a music video playing? We've got the Sony Bean. That's a very not cromulent nugget. I actually did try and use this privately and it's... Oh gosh, there's a reason why no one bought these. Oh mate, that's a genuine Zacro. That's a real Zacro with like a bootleg Mickey Mouse looking thing that's clearly a teddy bear. The duck, hey! There's no skid mark on it. How did someone get one without a skid mark on it? Yeah, this took some effort. Never mind that this is a single piece of notepad paper handled inappropriately. You can see all the scuffles going on here. It has just been pulled out of somebody's pocket. But then they sat down and really made something special. Look at this. It's clearly just one pen stroke. Just... It's all happening here. Lowercase f. And the K is just kind of trying to leave. Wow, someone managed to sum up all the features of Frank. All of them. And they managed 3. I couldn't manage 3. 0 brain activity. That is a feature. That is really a feature of Frank. That's how she manages to sit still and just wait for a rat to walk past once every 2 months. You gotta have no brain activity. Snoopy Boop, you betcha, she's queen of that. And a couch licker 9000 against all of my wishes. She licks the couch every time, Frank. It's Frank on the first time she ever saw the sun. Because this is a photo that I've got, and it means a lot because it was literally the first time Frank saw the sun, and the grass was really long, and so she did this big periscope, but she just sat in the sun just like, right, because she was hatched in like a nursery or like a whatever, a hatchery or so, you know, a breeding thing. Like, she's captive. So yeah, she saw the sun for the first time, and so yes, seeing this summed up in art, very cool. Now, oi, this is straight up just document. Who took this photo? Who took this photo of me smashing Tony up the hill at the Southern Expressway, trying to get up the hill and like maxing out like 70 k's an hour? That's me, curly head idiot. That's Tony. And I love how it's like slightly flexible. It's got this sad dumpy like, oh, I'm trying as hard as I can. Speaking of Tony, I love knowing that some kid has scribbled on their textbook a Tony with a fan on top of it, because in the background, that's how Tony has been for a while, because that's at head height. This car's so small, and so like that's head height, and it blows wind straight at her face, and it's the most used Tony has ever been. Man, remainder? Oh no, we got maths going on. Oh, we're using brackets and smaller numbers. Wait till the letters get involved. That's when it gets really bad. And look, and this last one, look, I don't play favorites. I don't like to, because all of these are special. The fact that people have made this and sent it in, so stinking cool. Like, it is not lost on me at all. But this last one knocked me for 6. You ready? What is this? This is the Frank version of Bluos Occult's Cultosaurus erectus. This is Frankosaurus erectus. This is an album my parents had, and this album cover just blew me away. And then this. Like, this is so amazing. The fact that using my, like, set piece with the eggs there, and then, like, the skull here, and actually being, like, a snake one. Gosh, and that's actually what Frank looks like on the inside. That's very close. Like, Frank's scary. Until you see this snooty boop face. Look at this. Frank! These long noodly idiot things. And look, they got these chunky buds. And with tails. It's so cute. I want this as a plush. How do you make this a plush? That's so good. Oh, my Pixel auxiliary mode. Ah! Someone's been in here EPC arming the nugget. Oh, get in here. Bit me, my dog's broken again. Photo go see the South Australian Museum. Craig Museum of Nuggetry. Gosh, just this Frank thing here. That's just simply stunning. Exquisite. And amazing. I was bowling with laughter seeing these creations just pop up. The effort some people put in is outstanding. And huge thanks for sending those in. You know, it's been a pick-me-up for me. A lot of stuff I'm not very excited about moving forwards. And even if something cool does come out, it just gets scalped immediately and then no one can touch it. At least I can look into the eyes of that Frankosaurus Rex and go, well, at least we have Frankosaurus Rex. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, huge thanks to these stinky names right here, mate. You know, my $10 floaties. I mean, $1 memberships. You can see all the extras in Frank and a hat that's like rolling out. But hey, float plane is like the ultimate. Even the cheap tier, like all of my extras from all my stuff is there. And even stuff that I can't really put on YouTube at all. Thanks once again for all the fan art. That's like super fun to flick through. And you know what, mate? I'll see you all next time.